Hello and welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. Today we talk about the Save Student Loan Plan timeline estimates and what you can expect from them. This article is found at thecollegeinvestor.com, where you can take a look and dive deeper into everything we talk about today and pretty much anything we've ever talked about on the podcast, which is a lot of stuff. You can also check us out on social media if you want to ask questions, comment, just get to know us a little bit better. We're at The College Investor. Just search for us and you'll pretty much find us wherever you are. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, the Save Student Loan Plan timeline, and here's what you can expect. The future of student loan repayment for Save borrowers is now caught between a pending court ruling and how quickly the Department of Education can execute on the One Big Beautiful Bill, OBBB, that just passed. Quick. And government don't really go hand in hand there, but we'll see. Borrowers in administrative forbearance under the SAVE, or Saving on a Valuable Education, plan now or know the future now, but they don't know when. The OBBB makes it clear that borrowers in the SAVE forbearance will migrate to amended IBR or just have an option to enroll in the new Repayment Assistance Plan, RAP, in 2026. But the question as to, when, still remains. So when will the SAVE forbearance officially end and borrowers be required to make payments again? A quick note, this isn't about interest accruing. That's starting back on August 1st. And there are no payments due still. This is about when payments may resume. Okay, now we got that out of the way. Several scenarios are on the table for SAVE repayment resuming. Number one, ED forces SAVE borrowers into repayment before July 2026. So the Department of Education could return borrowers to repayment as soon as December 2025. Merry Christmas. Then still force them to move repayment plans between July 26 and June 2028. Number two, the Department of Education keeps borrowers in forbearance until migration in mid-2026. The Department of Education simply migrates all the borrowers on SAVE to amended IBR by July 26, coinciding with the RAP plan beginning. Or number three, other timelines, literally. Any timeline could happen between December 2025 and June 2028. But it would be pretty rare to keep borrowers in forbearance until 2028. And then logistically, it would be a nightmare for loan servicers not to coordinate with the other changes happening. ARG. The fastest option could see payments start again at the end of 25, though it's the least likely because SAVE is enjoined. They cannot simply restart SAVE payments, right? Our opinion, keyword, is the highest probability of payments resuming is mid-2026 for SAVE plan borrowers. All right. A little bit more in depth here as we take a look at these three scenarios. And a quick note, this has been updated to reflect the upcoming negotiated rulemaking and the latest court status update. Keep an eye on this article. Hit refresh often because as stuff comes in, we'll be changing it. All right, option number one. ED forces borrowers out of SAVE quickly. The next court status update is going to be on October 3rd, 2025. So during which, it's likely the Department of Education will preview some plans for the transition out of SAVE if they don't do so before that. And by the way, they didn't announce anything on the previous status update. So the department could force borrowers to other available repayment options currently allowed, like IBR, but this scenario is pretty unlikely because of the logistics and the potential legality of it too. So it's important to remember that SAVE being found illegal means they cannot likely restart you on your old SAVE plan payments. So they're going to need to migrate you to another plan. The department would likely offer a temporary grace period or administrative forbearance while applications are processed, but full repayment would resume really only as early as December of this year, 25. However, there actually could be a scenario where if borrowers don't select a new plan by a certain date, they're just going to default into standard 10-year plan, then move to default if they still don't take action. This seems like a challenging timeline since this would likely require a new round of borrower communications and system updates and blah, blah, blah informing affected individuals that they have to choose between remaining IDR plans like IBR or Pay, and knowing these plans are simply ending 6 months later. Why do this? That's our opinion, anyway. Option number 2, clean migration to IBR or RAP. Now that the budget reconciliation bill has passed and we know RAP is going to be law, the cleanest path forward seems to be to coordinate the end of the SAVE forbearance with the start of RAP and amended IBR. So yeah, we know that borrowers in the SAVE forbearance will automatically migrate to IBR, and after July 1st, 2026, can actually enroll in RAP. It seems the most reasonable that this could be an easy coordination for both timing, communication, and execution to have the SAVE borrowers begin payments at this time. We don't view it likely that borrowers who, have already been told they're in forbearance until November would see that timeline shortened at any point. When you also combine that with the logistical workload required to migrate 7 to 8 million student loan borrowers in SAVE. Again, mid-2026 seems a little bit more realistic. But yeah, the current forbearance periods do end in late 2025, and we can't deny that currently. So the timeline would look like: review the final bill, set up any rulemaking as needed. Rulemaking begins in September 2025. Notify borrowers and update studentaid.gov. 2 to 4 weeks. Coordinate with all of the loan servicers to update their systems and set up amended IBR, which would take like 1 to 3 months. So transition existing borrowers back into repayment on amended IBR with billing notices and due dates 3 to 6 months. Rulemaking for RAP to start 6 to 12 months, which the Department of Education just announced, and then RAP goes live in July 2026. This entire timeline seems like, July 2026 is really the target restart date. Option 3, all the wildcard timelines. It's possible, anything can happen, just less likely because of all the steps required. Okay, so for example, the law says that SAVE, ICR, and Pay must be eliminated by June 2028. So theoretically, these plans could last that long. But the beginning of the transition is July 1st, 2026, so any time between those dates is also fair game. The court or the Department of Education could expedite things to turn things back on, assuming they do so legally, right? So that could be December 25 for first payments due, or January 2026, or anything in between. However, because borrowers cannot likely resume SAVE plan payments, restarting this quickly is going to require borrower action to move to an active repayment plan. Again, because of all the logistics required here, communication, and so forth, it's unlikely that it would happen at an off timing. But we have seen stranger things with the government, especially in light of the ongoing IDR processing backlog. So what happens next? Okay. Now that Congress has passed, Trump has signed, the Department of Education is going to have to work creating all the official rules and policies for these new plans. Then they have to coordinate with the loan servicers to get them going as well. These things take time, effort, manpower, which the department is kind of lacking right now, legal analysis, and more. Regardless, the 7 to 8 million borrowers in SAVE are going to have to make some decisions with their loans in the next 6 to 12 months. And that choice will be between IBR and RAP. And that is our show for today. I hope it was clear as mud. If you want to dive in, stay updated on all this stuff, please follow us on social media. We're going to keep you updated as things develop. At The College Investor, search for us, like us, follow us, friend us, all the things. We'd love to get to know you better and help you out. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.